how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. How we roll. You know what it is, what it is. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. How we roll. You know what it is, what it is.
Welcome back to At Home with GoldnBronze. I want to thank you for being here today. I'm your host, GoldnBronze, and today we're having a conversation that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it is necessary because we're talking about this truth. What is not aligned with you will never be assigned to you. Now that's very, very important. Let that sit with you for a moment. What is not aligned with you will never be assigned to you. Now, not because life is just so hard. That's not it. Excuse me. But it's because we've been forcing things that don't belong to us. Forcing relationships, forcing conversations, forcing opportunities, and forcing outcomes. One moment. We're trying to make something fit that was never designed for us in the first place. You know, and instead of us asking ourselves when things mess up, hold on, we should be asking ourselves, is this aligned with me? We should just keep asking ourselves, how can I make this work? So today, we're going to unpack it. Before we do, I would like to say to those that have been rocking with me for a minute, I appreciate it very much. I'm kind of freelancing here today because I did have a guest that was supposed to be here with me. And I had spoken to him several times today. And 1.5 hours before we were supposed to go live, he told me that he was not going to be able to do it. And I'm like, Golden, this keeps happening. And when I had a co-host, she used to tell me, and it kind of hurt my feelings, but she used to say to me, people do that because they don't take you seriously. They don't take the show seriously, and they don't take you seriously. And that kind of hurt my feelings. But a few minutes ago, when I got this call, I started thinking, she might be onto something. Or maybe God is just trying to tell me, I told you to rock this solo. You keep trying to bring other people in. Quit being afraid. I've watched many other podcasts. I've seen many other solo people just talk off the cuff like I'm doing now about what is important to them, what's funny, what interests them, things like that. There's hiccups that happen. I've seen shows when people have guests and the guests drop off, there's internet interruption, and I'm always trying to be just perfect. And I plan things 2 and 3 weeks in advance. I asked this person 3 weeks ago, to join me. And he said, no problem. But then he made plans. Apparently, he either had plans when he said yes and knew he wasn't going to be able to do this, or he made plans after. And if he made plans afterwards, then again, her comment might be valid. He didn't take me serious, or he doesn't take my show seriously, or there's just a lack of respect, because I would never cancel on anybody an hour and a half before they're supposed to be on the show. It's preparation for these shows, people. It's not just opening up the mic and talking, it's preparation. And you plan for either solo or a guest. And each one takes different preparation, which is time that the host invests in working, coming up with the format and the script and everything. So, I just thought I would let you know that I'm just off the cuff today. So bear with me, because I had a whole podcast planned, and 1 hour and a half ago, it just went to hell. And the work that I spent on it for a whole week just was time wasted. So here I am making my show go on, and it's off the cuff. But, back to the topic, what is not aligned with you will never be assigned to you. So I started thinking it was not aligned with me to continue the course with this person, because this is not the first time that last minute he has just dropped the ball. Let's call it what it is. So because of that, we think what is not aligned with us, it doesn't happen. And a lot of us, if we're just honest with ourselves, we're tired. I get tired of spinning my wheels, planning in advance for it to just not happen last minute. Not because life is so hard. It's not that. But because we've been forcing things that don't belong to us. And I'm talking to myself right now. I've tried to force things that obviously are not aligned with me right now. If they were aligned with me right now, they would happen. Some of us try to force relationships. We force conversations. We force opportunities. And we force outcomes, and it doesn't align with you. It's not going to be assigned to you. It's not going to work out. We're trying to make something fit that was never designed for us in the first place. So, I'm looking in the mirror. When these things happen to me, I have to apply the logic to myself. And instead of asking, is this aligned with me? We keep asking, how can we make it work? So today, we're going to unpack that. We're going to talk about alignment, misalignment, discernment, and just letting go. And why some doors will never open, no matter how hard you push on them. Some things will never happen, no matter how much you want it to happen. So here we go. What is alignment? What is it really? Let's start with the foundation. What does alignment actually mean? Alignment to me is when your life, your decisions, your relationships, your environment are all in harmony with who you truly are and where you're meant to go. It's when your spirit isn't fighting your situation. It's when you don't have to shrink, pretend, or even overextend yourself just to stay connected to something or someone. I'm really thirsty today, so forgive me. I've had a challenging day. Alignment doesn't mean everything is easy. This topic is perfect for the day that I'm having. I just said a minute ago that I was having a challenging day and I was depending on other people. And today, everybody that I was depending on did not come through. So let me say that clearly. Alignment is not the absence of difficulty. Mm-mm. It's the presence of peace in the midst of the difficulty. It's when you can say, quit trying to force things, Golden. Quit trying to force people. Quit trying to force situations. Quit trying to force conversations. Quit trying to force outcomes. That's all in God's hands and His control. You can be in a challenging season and still feel grounded. But when something is not aligned, it honestly drains you. It confuses you. It forces you to question yourself constantly. And deep down inside you, you know it. Signs you are not out of alignment are what we're going to talk about next. So let's get honest with ourselves. Like this conversation is for me too, because this is the day that I have had. So what does misalignment actually look like? It looks like overthinking everything. It looks like constantly trying to figure out where you stand with someone. Yes. Are you there? Or have you ever been? Because dadgummit, I certainly have been. It looks like anxiety replacing peace. It looks like feeling exhausted even when you haven't done much. It drains you. I'm telling you, when you're not aligned with something, it absolutely drains you. It looks like ignoring red flags. I'm guilty. Let me raise my hand. I can see those red flags and I will ignore them every time. I'm starting to wake up though. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to take a sip of water. I told you all, I am just really thirsty today. I have been challenged. I've been out in the heat. I just got to take a few more sips of water and then we'll keep going. This is a laid back format, honestly. It's not like the other channel where I have to be so regimented and everything has to be perfect. So just bear with me for a minute. We're at home. So what I was saying is misalignment looks like ignoring those red flags and then convincing yourself they're not that serious. The red flags are not that serious. It looks like saying, maybe if I just try harder. I'm going to raise my hand again because I know I've said and done some of those same things. But here's the truth. You cannot fix misalignment with more effort. You can't love it harder. You can't work it harder. You can't pray it into something it was never meant to be. And this is where a lot of people get stuck because they're confused. They confuse their effort with alignment. Now, why do we hold on anyway? Let's get deeper into it. Why do we hold on to things that are clearly not aligned? Let's think about that. Is it our fear? I know I've done that. I've held on to things, people, out of fear. Out of fear of starting over. Out of fear of being alone. Fear of the unknown. Fear of attachment. Fear of detachment. Does any of that sound familiar to anybody, or am I just out here rocking these feelings on my own? Sometimes we're not holding on to the person. We're holding on to the idea of what we thought it could be. Sometimes we're not holding on to the situation. We're holding on to the idea of what we want it to be. That's our ego. You know, it's hard for people to admit they have ego. It's hard for people to be honest about what they're fearing. Honest to God, just now ask yourself to be honest with yourself. You know? We don't want to admit that we're wrong. It takes a big person, a strong person, an honest person to admit when they're wrong. We don't want to let go after investing so much time and energy and emotion. You know, some people even sabotage themselves and relationships because of the ego. Some people lie about things to hold on. Listen, I know people very close to me that made up some stuff, big stuff, to try to hold on to people and things. And if I'm being real with you, sometimes we stay because we'd rather be in something familiar, even if it hurts, than to step into something unfamiliar that might heal us. Now, I have a nonprofit called Golden Swan Cadre, and I have another podcast called Gab with GoldnBronze. And that podcast specifically, let me say that, enunciate that correctly, talks about things like why do women stay in abusive relationships, whether it's with a partner, a family member, a co-worker. You know, they stay in those situations because they are afraid of stepping into something unfamiliar that might even heal them. And I'm not going to get into that on this podcast, but feel free to go over to Gab GoldnBronze. There's tons of informative podcasts over there relating to situations like this. And some of them are even with subject matter experts. But getting back to this, staying in misalignment always comes with a cost. It comes with your peace. Now listen, I'm not just talking about with a guy or a girl. I'm talking about with family members, no matter who they are, friendships, employment. Let's just get into it. I'm talking about misalignment across the board. You pay with it. You pay for that with your peace, with your confidence, and with your clarity. The cost of forcing what's not for you, what's not in misalignment. What's not in alignment, it's in misalignment. Let's talk about the cost. When you force what's not aligned, you know what you do? Think about it. When you force something that is not aligned with you, what are you actually doing? You delay what is. Period. There's a period behind that. You delay what is. You exhaust yourself emotionally. You drain yourself mentally. You disconnect spiritually. And over time, you start to lose yourself. You start questioning your worth, lowering your standards, accepting things you once said you never would do or would tolerate, all because you're trying to hold on to something that was never aligned or assigned to you. Basically, something that was never assigned to you. That's why it was misaligned. And here's the really hard truth. Looking in the mirror is really hard. You know that Michael Jackson song, A Man in the Mirror, or A Woman in the Mirror? It's really hard. Just because you want it doesn't mean it's yours. It doesn't mean you should have it. Now, what is aligned to you? Let's talk about what that feels like. Now let's shift over there. What does alignment actually feel like? Well, that feels like peace. Not perfection, of course not. Not ease, but peace. All the weight comes off your shoulder. It feels like clarity. You're not constantly confused or second guessing everything. It just flows. Things come together without you having to force every step. Now think about it. Whether it's a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, a brother, a job, a partner, if you always have to force things, that's not flowing. That's confusing. That's second guessing. That's misalignment. That's not assigned to you. When it is, it comes together without you having to force every step. It feels like you can be yourself fully. Whether you're a mother, you don't always have to try to fix everybody else's problems. You can just let it go and be yourself and fully just worry about yourself. You're not performing. You're not shrinking. You're not pretending. You're just letting it go. It comes into alignment, and that's when it's assigned to you. And even when it's challenging, it still feels right. When it feels right, it's an assignment. It's your assignment. It's been assigned to you. Realigning your entire life. So how do you get back into alignment? First, you have to be honest. So many of us are dishonest with ourselves, let alone with everybody else. We're out here being pretentious. Some of us are just faking, shaking, and perpetrating. And you know what? None of that is assigned to us. It's misalignment. So ask yourself, what am I forcing right now? Where am I feeling drained instead of fulfilled? Not only where am I feeling drained, Like, what I mean is like, if it's a relationship with your partner and it's draining you, honey, that's a sign it's not a sign to you, that relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're having issues with family members, son, daughter, whatever, right at that moment, that is not a sign to you. Whatever is causing that feeling of being drained, that issue that's going on, that's not a sign to you. That's not for you to have to worry with. It's draining you instead of fulfilling you. So you have to ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I know I need to release? Do I need to let my son go? Go on. Quit trying to keep him or her or my daughter from hitting the bottom. Do I have to always be there to catch them? Was somebody always there to catch me? No. I hit that bottom a couple of times and had to find my way up. So it's not my assignment to save anybody else from doing it. I need to release it. Let it go. You do too. I'm talking to you too. Second, you have to just let it go and let it be gone. Quit trying to chase waterfalls. You remember that group? Let me think what they were called. It was a trio with Left Eye, Chili, and the other one. Anyway, they had a song out, I think in the 80s, maybe the 90s, Chasing Waterfalls. Well, if you're chasing waterfalls, whether it be a job, a person, or situation, release it. Let it go. Release it. Because letting go feels like a loss, and many of us don't want to do that. But sometimes letting go is actually making space, okay? It can feel exhilarating. It can feel like, why didn't I just do that 20 years ago or 10 years ago, 5 years ago, however many years ago? Why didn't I just let go and let God? Third, you have to set boundaries. People will cross those boundaries even when they know what they are. And if you keep letting them, they will keep doing it. Now, that's happened to me more times than I think all my life. And finally, when I decided to set some boundaries, people said, something's wrong with her. She's acting different. Yeah, I am. I realized misalignment from assignment and alignment from assignment. When I got really into the Word of God, it all started coming together for me. You know, I've always been one to go to church and go to Bible study and go to Sunday school, but I guess I really didn't understand what I was being taught. It was somebody else's philosophy. And then when I started studying all on my own, the way I wanted to, daily, for hours, all those things started becoming real clear to me. I understood alignment versus assignment. Alignment requires protection. You cannot stay aligned if you keep allowing misalignment. You cannot stay aligned if you keep allowing misaligned things to access your life. And I'm going to say that again. You cannot stay aligned if you keep allowing misaligned things access to your life. You got to know when to let the fire burn on its own. And you got to learn when to go ahead and put the fire out. You got to know when to hold them. And you have to know when to fold them. But the most important thing that I don't want any of you to forget is that you have to finally trust the process. We hear that all the time. I'm trusting the process, but we're really not. You guys, when you say that and you have chaos, confusion, and division in your life, you are misaligned. And that you're going through, that is not alignment for you. That is not your assignment. And if it's chaos and confusion and divisiveness, it is not God. And no matter who is bringing it to you, you have to be honest with yourself because God is showing you that person is not in alignment with you. Because what is truly assigned to you is aligned with you. What is truly assigned to you will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. What is truly assigned to you will not require you to have to walk on eggshells to keep from hurting people's feelings. You know, you open yourself to get your own feelings hurt. But if it was aligned with you, that person would be protecting your feelings like you're protecting theirs. Now, I'm an empath, and an empath often protects that we can feel what other people are feeling, and we try to protect that at the cost of hurting ourselves. But we have to be honest with ourselves and not allow what is not aligned with us to be assigned to us. It will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. Just let it go. Let it go. I want you to just think about that for a minute. Let it go if it doesn't align with you. You just have to let it go. Now, let me leave you with this. If it is confusing, if it is draining, and if it is forcing you to question your worth, it's not aligned. It is not aligned at all with you. And what is not aligned with you will never, ever, ever, ever be assigned. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. Whether it's a job, a man, a woman, a friendship, a relationship with a daughter, with your son, with your mother, with your father. You don't have to force it. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. And you definitely don't have to chase it. If you have to chase it, people, it's not meant for you. And sometimes letting go, walking away, can feel hard to do, but it's necessary to do. When it is meant for you, when it is assigned to you, you don't have to beg for what belongs to you. What's for you will find you. And when it does, it will come with clarity, not confusion. not chaos, not divisiveness, not anybody trying to defame you, your character, make you look bad to other people. When people know who you are, they don't pay attention to any of that. They can see the person or the thing or the situation. It shows that that person is not in alignment with God and they're misaligned with you. It will come with clarity. It will come with peace, not pressure. And it will come with purpose, not pain. Anything that hurts you, anything that causes pain, anything that questions where did you go wrong, what did you do, anything that makes you think that it's you and not the fact that the situation or the person was not in alignment with you, that is not meant for you. That is not you. That is not God. And if you know the Bible, you know what that is. My mom used to always say, you have to look a gift horse in the mouth. It may not look pretty. It may be in somebody that you really, really love. But when you see what it is, and when you're looking that gift horse in the mouth, you have to just face reality. God is showing you. And now you have to choose. I'm saying to you people, choose alignment. Choose peace. Choose clarity. Choose not to be in the middle of divisiveness. Choose not to be in the middle of chaos. Choose yourself. People will say you're selfish, and they already are. Or they would not be putting you in a situation where you have to even choose. Think about that for a minute. When you finally choose yourself, your own peace, protection over your own life, the devil is going to say, you're selfish. You're putting this over me and that over me. That's exactly what they are doing to you. God will turn the light bulb on. He will let you see clearly with the light on what you're dealing with. And the soft voice that tells you to choose yourself, not to be rebellious, not to match that energy, not to meet that person where they are. Choose peace. And then you're choosing alignment. Never be afraid. And when people say, he's changed, she's changed, that's when you ought to dance up and stand up and do the holy dance. Because they finally see that you have changed. Quit trying to be in misalignment with you. Quit trying to cause chaos in your life. Quit trying to be divisive. Quit trying to defame your character. Quit trying to control you. That's what all of that is, control. People will use those words. They'll do those things to get you in alignment with them, to control you, to get you out of alignment with yourself, out of alignment with your own destiny, into alignment with them for their purpose, spitefully to control you. It's not good. Their purpose is not good. Their purpose is not godly. But they will do all of those things to control you. And God will say to you, do not be in misalignment with chaos, confusion, divisiveness. Do not be controlled. Choose yourself every time. And let them say you've changed. Yes, you are. It's about time they figure that out. It's about time that you change. It's about time that you seek peace. It's about time that you seek protection over your own life. It's about time that the light bulb comes on and you can see that you've been out of alignment with what God intended for you to have. That's why it wasn't assigned to you. And when you get in alignment, what is aligned with you will be assigned to you. All right. I appreciate you all. This is At Home with Golden Bronze. I'm your host, Golden Bronze, and I'll see you in the next episode. I want to say to those of you that have been rocking with me for a while, I appreciate it so very much. Please keep doing so. I really do appreciate it. And this topic today had everything to do with me, what I've encountered recently, the kind of day I had today. Nothing was in alignment with me. And I ended up doing everything without the assistance of people that I was relying on to assist me. And what is said to me, it's not that they don't respect me. It's just that relationship was not in alignment with me. Because if it was, the assignment would have gotten done. And so I'm not a priority to that person. They might like me as a person. I'm not a priority. I see that now. Only because it's happened more than once. And so I no longer feel like I can rely on certain people. I've had situations today where I needed help. And it seems like when I need help, I'm always left to figure it out on my own. And one of the things that my mother used to always say is, you'll figure it out, used to really tick me off. Because, it's like nobody needs to help you because you'll figure it out. Figure it out. That's not true. I'm just like everybody else. I do figure it out. And maybe that's God just showing me that the only person I need to rely on is Him. Because you know what? He told me to just freelance this show, go solo. I don't think I've missed a beat. I've covered all the topics. I kind of said what was on my mind. I've been very transparent today. And it just shows me that we all need somebody. Yes, we do, and I do too. But when it comes to certain things, I think what He has shown me today is there are certain people and things that are not in alignment with your purpose and with you. So quit expecting them to be in alignment with you. They are not assigned to you. And that's what I got out of this. And so if you've been rocking with me for a while again, I want to say, please come back. I do have a lot planned. I keep relying on people and having to wing it, but I'm just going to roll with my initial vision, and they say whatever is your thought is from God. So I'm going to rock with that, right? And if you're new to my show, I want to say thank you for tuning in today. If you stopped by for a minute to listen, I want to thank you. I want to tell you this show is just me at home, kicking it. Sometimes I'll think about things like I did today and want to talk about it. And oftentimes what I'm hoping is that the things that I experience and brave enough to talk about with you all, because I'm being transparent, are situations that other people experience too. And whether you're brave enough to talk about it, I am. I'm here at home being transparent, talking about it. And I hope that whatever I said, anything that I said today resonates with somebody, to let you know that when things don't work out, it is not you. It's just that was not assigned to you. Look at it that way. And just pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Lord knows I've had to do that so many times. But pick yourself up and keep moving forward. And please, I'll see you back here next Thursday at home with GoldnBronze. Same time, same place. And come and join me again. All right? Appreciate it.